The next feature is the return of the surface of waters. It is a common phenomena in the karst topography. They are usually found near the sinking creeks. The origin of water is usually unknown. They are artisan in character and are usually formed as rice pits of considerable size and depth. They are usually also called as rise and urgency of the surface water. The nature of the water varies depending on the rainfall in the region during the dry spells. Their volume decreases and the water may be clear, but when there are heavy rains, we can see a huge quantity of mud and silt which is attached in the water and it becomes turbo. Usually we cannot find muddy waters emerging from these rice pits. There is not a considerable amount of study that has been done for this feature. The next important feature is the caves. Caves are diverse, fascinating and rich in resources and a valuable part of the environment. Furthermore, the visual representation provided succinctly illustrates the interconnected features of karst landscape, highlighting how surface and subsurface water systems coalesce. Understanding caves is important for geological studies and is also important for preserving these unique ecosystems that host a plethora of specialized species, underlying their significance in both natural heritage and conservation efforts. Let's understand the environmental and ecological impacts of karst erosion. In evaluating the intricate dynamics of karst erosion, it is imperative to consider its substantial environmental and ecological consequences. The formation of various depressions and underground drainage systems disrupt the local ecosystems, affecting biodiversity and water availability. As karst landscapes evolve, sedimentation in sinkholes and the contamination of karst aquifers poses significant threats to both flora and fauna that rely on this water source. Notably, the fragility of this karst ecosystem is exacerbated by the large population of local inhabitants who have built settlements and established unsustainable agricultural practices in these areas. Such human activities further exacerbate the degradation of these ecosystems, leading to biodiversity loss. The impact of erosion on soil stability and vegetation cover can, in turn, lead to increased runoff and sedimentation, forcing aquatic habitats into imbalance. The cross section outlined serves to illustrate these interconnected groundwater systems, highlighting the delicate balance required to preserve karst regions' environmental integrity amidst ongoing erosional processes. The effects on groundwater quality and availability. The intricate relationship between karst topography and groundwater quality is rooted in the unique geological formations resulting from erosional processes. As water percolates through limestone and other soluble rocks, it shapes subterranean features while significantly influencing the chemistry and availability of the groundwater resources. The dissolution of minerals can lead to variable pH levels, impacting the biological integrity of the groundwater systems. Additionally, the openness of various karst features such as sinkholes, dolines increases vulnerability to surface contaminants, allowing pollutants to be directly transferred into the aquifers. This phenomena underscores the importance of proper land management and conservation efforts to protect these vital water sources from degradation. Enhanced understanding of these dynamics is visually represented, which delineates the interactions between surface runoff and groundwater systems in the karst landscape. Let's move on to the next topic, importance of understanding erosional landforms. The intricate relationship between erosional landforms and groundwater systems in karst topography underscores the necessity of comprehensive understanding in both ecological and geological contexts. As water interacts with soluble rocks, processes of dissolution and erosion generate features like sinkholes, caves, and underground rivers, profoundly influencing the landscape. Managing these unique environments is essential as they serve as critical aquifers for fresh water supply, particularly in regions heavily reliant on these resources. The complexities involved in karst formations not only enhance knowledge of the geological processes at play, but also highlight the ecosystems that depend on them. Furthermore, as stated, understanding karst topography is vital for groundwater management and environmental conservation, as karst aquifers play a crucial role in supplying fresh water and mitigating pollution. Thus, the study of erosional landforms is not merely academic, it holds significant implications for sustainable environmental practices and resource management. Summary. In examining erosional landforms of karst topography, it becomes evident that the distinctive geological features result from a complex interplay of hydrological processes and rock dissolution. Erosional landforms are the most distinctive in nature in the karst topography. They are also large in extent, be it in the sinkholes or the polges. They spread over hundreds of kilometers. These formations serve as critical indicators of landscape evolution. Present is the key to the past, says Hutton, and water management systems within limestone terrains. These landforms are integral to understanding both regional biodiversity, as they often create unique ecosystems that rely on specific hydrological and geological characteristics of karst areas. The importance of conservation and preserving of these areas in their pristine form becomes the most important task of us all geographers. Thank you and have a nice day.